Is it bad I just ate this bag of chips in 2 days? I sure hope Derek had some. Hi guys! I finally rounded up all of my medication that I'll be needing for my IVF. I have it all right here. It's a lot. It's overwhelming. Now that I am about a week away from starting to get a little nervous. Not gonna lie, this is a lot to take in. So I'm gonna try and quickly just show everybody what's all involved medication-wise, and give a little bit of information for the other infertility ladies who are following me. So I did a ton of price checking. I called tons and tons of pharmacies. I have a notebook here that has prices from places all over the place. And what I found out was that there was 2 pharmacies that were the cheapest, but I had to order some from each because certain medicine was cheaper at the other one versus the other one. So the 2 pharmacies were called Integrity Specialty Pharmacy and Avalia, this pharmacy. So as I've said before, we are 100% paying for this out of pocket. In my last video, I kind of went over what our clinic charges for IVF. Like I said, for the IVF procedure without any chromosome testing runs about $6,000. If you wanted to do the chromosome testing, that was about $9,000, not including any of this stuff, which is all out of pocket as well. We were lucky enough to not have to pay full price for all of this. For my other infertility ladies out there, if you haven't heard of it or haven't done it already, make sure you apply for the First Steps program and do both of them. The Compassionate Care program. You can get either 25, 50, or 75% off of your medication if you qualify. But I thought that was everything, but when I actually went to order all my stuff, those programs do not include Menopur. So that was kind of a shock to me because these aren't cheap. So just keep that in mind. I had all my pricing all figured out, so I thought, and then when I actually went to order it, I had a sticker shock again. So yeah, make sure you apply for those programs because we actually qualified for 50% off. So that helped out a ton. So since our last video, we have been scrounging up all this medication. We also had to go and do some blood work. Both Derek and I had to get hormone panel run, check my thyroid, check for infectious diseases, and Derek just had to go and check for infectious diseases. So we got all that taken care of, and then I have been on birth control ever since my last cycle failed. So I'm on my 2nd pack now. I believe I only have 4 more days of birth control, which is nice because this has been not that fun. I don't remember birth control giving me these kind of side effects, so I don't know if it's just this brand or what, but I'm happy to be stopping these soon. I'm still on my metformin for my PCOS, my insulin resistance. I am on still on my levothyroxine for my hypothyroid, which my numbers look great, thyroid rise. And I'll be starting this one the day of my egg retrieval. It's doxycycline, it's an antibiotic to prevent any kind of infection after my procedure. All right, so for all the injections, I've got my handy dandy box of Band-Aids that I'll be using. A whole box of alcohol swabs, another sharps container. I've got like 3 or 4 of these things now. So we're prepared on all that. I'll be starting off doing the gonal F, which is all this, to stimulate the ovaries, and the manicure are both to stimulate the ovaries. I'll be doing, I believe, 1 vial in the morning, and then 225 units of the gonal F in the evening. And then when I get to a point to where I have a lot of follicles and they want to prevent them from ovulating, I have these guys, which I'll be taking Ganrelex. I may need to get 1 more box, so we'll see how fast I progress. But this will prevent me from ovulating any of the eggs. And then once I'm ready to do my trigger shot, which will release all of the eggs prior to retrieval, I have an injection called Pregnal, which is an HCG injection. So, as far as for my infertility girls, as far as the price of everything, I'm gonna give just full price because it will obviously depend on what pharmacy you order from or if you qualify for any of those discount programs. I have 5 boxes of the gonal F, and each box from the pharmacy that I went through is $840. That's full price. And then these little boxes of Menopur, they have 5 vials in each box. So this will last me 5 days. You have all your little vials and your sodium chloride to reconstitute it. So like I said, this will last me 5 days. Each little vial is $84.99. So that's why this one surprised me when it wasn't included in those discount programs, because that adds up quickly. I have 10 of these vials, and then I have a ton of needles that go along with the Menopur. I have a needle for mixing and then a needle for injecting. So here's just some of the needles. These are my injecting needles. These are little guys, so these shouldn't be too bad. But that's what this whole bag is full of: syringes and needles for this guy. And then the Ganrelex, which is the one that will prevent you from ovulating. Looks like the Ovidril for anybody that's ever taken this. It's like in the same type of packaging, same type of syringe and everything, so it's already pre-mixed. So that'll be nice. Each box is $127 from the pharmacy I went through. And I have 4 boxes, which, like I said, I might need to get 1 more because they did suggest that I get 5, but I normally respond really fast to medication, so I didn't want to over-order. And the pharmacy is like right next to my doctor's office, so if I need another one after I leave that appointment, I could just drop by and pick another one up. And then my Pregnal, which is my HCG trigger. This guy is $84. Same thing. It's got the powder and then your sodium chloride to reconstitute it. Now this is the guy that I'm scared of because everything else is subcutaneous injections, so just in the belly, in your fat. This guy is an intramuscular injection. So I haven't done one of these yet by myself. It's always been sub-Q. These are the reason why I was so scared to start IVF. So we'll see how that goes. Like I said in my last video, we had a med teaching class, so she kind of showed Derek how to do it. But that terrifies me even more, the size of the needle, and then my husband giving me injection when he's never given anybody an injection in his life, and the needle's huge. So I've got my syringe for mixing and then my needle that you inject it with, which is super long because it has to go all the way into the muscle. So that's what all this is. So that pretty much sums up all of my medication for my egg retrieval part of the IVF. Like I said, I might need to pick up maybe one more of these and maybe 2 more vials of my Menopur. We'll see how fast I respond, but this will get me through the next couple weeks, all the way up until my eggs are retrieved. And then we will be freezing all of our embryos to kind of let my body recover from all of the hormones and all the inflammation and the procedure and everything. So we'll be freezing them, and then I'm not exactly sure what my next protocol is, but I think I'll be on birth control again, and I know I'll be starting some more injections at that point. So unfortunately, after all this, my injections are not over. And they only get worse from here, because after all this, as far as I understand, I go to daily intramuscular injections, which are these big needles that I'll be doing every single day for like 12 weeks. So I'm terrified for that. So I go to my first IVF appointment on Monday. They'll do an ultrasound and make sure everything looks okay, make sure there's no cysts or anything that have developed, which hopefully they haven't since I've been on the birth control, which is supposed to be suppressing everything. I will have baseline blood work done, basically checking my hormones to see where we're at before we begin all the injections. I forewarned Derek last night about everything that I've been reading, I guess, from other ladies about the hormones and the headaches and not feeling good and you're in a really bad mood. A woman's normal estrogen levels, from what I read, are between 20 and 40. Well, being on all this medication, they said that it can get up to anywhere from 1,000 to over 4,000. I figured I better forewarn Derek to watch out or just bite his tongue for the next couple weeks, because I don't know what's gonna happen. So yeah, Monday we will be starting all of this, and we are hoping for the best. And we're excited, but we're really scared at the same time. And we're just hoping for a positive outcome and that this is all worth it. So wish us luck. My foot's asleep. We will be doing some more videos and documenting all of this. So thanks for watching again, everybody, and we will see you guys next week. Bye.